SAP Utilities. Of course, it's an SAP R3 application. On top of it, we can add application areas, which are also known as industry specific solutions. You can activate any type of industry applications like insurance, banking, real estate, automobile, etc., etc., telecommunication. So in the same way, you can activate IS utilities, industry specific solutions for utilities. Now, when it comes to utilities, the core modules are five. I mean, of course, logically it is six modules. Those are called core modules. One is your customer services. Second, work management. Third is your device management. Fourth is your billing and invoicing. Fifth is your FICA, financial accounting, contract accounts, receivables, and payables. Apart from this, there is another module called EDM, Energy Data Management, which is also known as an advanced module for AMI or profile maintenance, advanced metering infrastructure, or you can say smart meters. We use EDM, Energy Data Management. Now, when you look at the entire business process of a utility industry, not most, every utility company, the entire business process, when I say entire business process, handling a customer move-in request, ending with customer complaints. So starting with customer, ending with customer, there are many processes what we follow. Let's say your customer called in and requested for a move-in. Then you're going to submit your move-in request, how the process flows, right? So by looking at that business processes, utility company classifies that business processes into three areas. One is called customer self-service. Second is called agents or call center or a front office. The third one is called back office. So in this process, self-service is a customer himself or herself can do certain activities using either web application or mobile application or IVR application. So these three are commonly known as customer self-service. So every utility company has their own websites, www, whatever the website you have, just log in into that website. Depending on the client specifications, depending on the utility where you are working, they may be having enlarged functionalities, or some utility companies, even though they have a website, but it will be nominal actions you can perform. Like you can only check your balance. If you max at the max, you can pay the bills. And there are utility companies who implemented large functionalities in web application itself. Like customer can log in, they can request for a move in, they can request for a move out, they can request for a transfer of services, they can check their balances, they can enroll on specific programs, they can request for a move out, right? There are utility companies who enlarge their web applications along with mobile applications as well. So all these three are called self-service. Mobile application, that means mobile app, web application, and IVR, instant voice response. Well, you guys know that, right? If I call 1-800 number, it automatically start prompting. If you want to do this, press 1. If you want to do this, press 2. If you want to make a payment, press 3. That system is called IVR system. Now, as I said, there are limitations on those self-service. Then if a customer is not able to perform the required action, then that will be routed to an agent, call center agent, or we can call it as a front office. Front office people, depending on the utility, either they might be using CRM, Customer Relationship Management, SAP CRM or PeopleSoft CRM as a front-end application, or they might be using a Salesforce as a front-end application, or they might be using a C4C as a front-end application, right? So for call center agents, we give a separate system, either it could be CRM or Salesforce or C4C or any other application. As an authorization level, agents will also have certain limitations or restrictions. If your customer request is not able to resolve by an agent, then that will be assigned back to a back office people. And the back office people are the ones who really work on SAP utility application. So these are three different segments: customer self-service, front office, and back office. That's the reason if you look at the first screen, it says customer service plus CRM. That means if you are directly using utilities, then we use customer service. But as a front end, you can use CRM, Siebel CRM or SAP CRM or CS4 CRM or any other C4C, Cloud for Customers. And as part of your move-in, you will be handling, sorry, as part of your customer services, you might be handling customer enrollments like customer move-in, customer move out, customer requested or disconnection, temporary disconnection, temporary reconnections, customer inquiries, customer complaints. All those things can be handled in customer services. The next one is your work management, which is overtaken by WMS, work management system, which is tightly integrated with your HR system and your plant maintenance system, or of course EAM. Extended asset management is also included in that WMS work management system, right? Worksoft. Nowadays, we can listen about a new software called Worksoft, of course, SAP only, right? So these are replaced with work management. But in simple language, any customer queries or any activities your utility company wants to perform, those will be converted into a service order or a service notification. Starting from, let's say, as a customer, I submitted my move-in request, and your transmission and distribution providers or your power delivery people are the one who really get into the field. They'll check the devices, they might be installing the devices, or they might be turn on or turn off your utility service, right? So to intimate them that so and so customer requested to turn on in so and so property, we send some information to that meter shop or whatever you call it as meter shop or a technician or a meter reader, TDSPs, transmission and distribution service providers, power delivery, or whatever the name you use it. So we send that information through these departments using either a service notification or a service order, which is also known as work orders. The difference between a service order and a service notification is the name itself is saying service order will have certain activities to be performed. Say, for example, if I go with the device installation, so there is an action. You have to move your device from your storage location to a customer property, and then you have to install the meter, then you have to activate or turn on the service. In that say, if you go with the service notification, it is just informing. I'm not asking you to take any actions against it. You don't need to perform any actions, right? Most of the cases, non-metered services will have service notifications like your waste management, trash services, recycle, bulky services, miscellaneous services. Those will have service notifications. You have to notify them, right? All those things will be routed through work management. In simple language, your work management is responsible for service orders, service notifications, work orders, all sort of activities. Next is your device management. Device management is tightly integrated with your work management. In turn, it is also tightly integrated with plant maintenance and material management of R3 application. So your device management is integrated with material management of R3 application, plant maintenance of R3 application with device management, which is utility application. And your device management is purely responsible for devices. So when I say devices, device installation, device removal, device replacements, device inspections. Along with that, it is also responsible for scheduling. Scheduling in the sense when and how you want to read the meters, when and how you want to bill the customers. All that scheduling also happens in device management. So meter read orders, meter read uploads, meter read entries, meter read estimations, meter read verifications, validations, all that responsibility lies with your device management. And once we cross the device management, then we get into the billing and invoicing. Mainly, billing is responsible for customizing or configuring your rates or how you want to calculate those charges, in which sequence you want to calculate those charges, and what formulas you want to use to calculate a specific charge. That's the main responsibility of billing. Whereas invoicing is how you want to publish that charges to a customer and what additional charges you want to add it along with your service level charges, like how to handle your security deposit, late payment charges, service initiation fee, late payment charges, interest, installments, or you can go with budget billing, right? So those things can be handled in invoicing. Along with that, it also controls the printing parameters, so how you want to print your invoices and what information you want to print on a customer invoice, which is also known as print workbench. So those are the responsibilities of your billing and invoicing. Rates, tariffs, rules, prices, discount, charges, taxes, and it also responsible for generating your periodic bills, periodic invoices, invoice prints, print controls, all those things. Now, once the invoice is completed, that will have an impact on financial accounting. Financial accounting, contract accounts, receivables, and payables. Your FICA has many responsibilities, starting from managing your invoice due dates, or you can say document due dates. Not only that, it also has many controls on how you want to get the payments, right? How you manage your due dates, then how you maintain your payments, what type of payments you're accepting. Is it a credit card payment, debit card payment, or an ACH payment, or a bank payment, or right? And if it gets clarification, how to handle those clarifications, payment clarifications, returns, written clarifications. Along with that, it has handling, how to handle those customers who are not paying their bills on due date, like your defaulters, right? Whoever missed their due date